in a scenario reminiscent of a YouTube blogger's narration devoid of personal intrusions or labels, we recount the following tale. The ethereal songstress, Taylor Swift, lovingly enveloped her newfound paramour, Travis Kelce, in a display of affection hitherto unseen. This public exhibition of ardor transpired in the wake of Taylor's fervent cheerleading at the NFL star's sporting spectacle, where she was not alone, but in the company of his maternal figure. The 33-year-old melodious muse was observed in an embrace with her rumored consort, Travis Kelce, 33, at an exclusive soiree held at Prime Social in Kansas City, Missouri. A photographic relic, procured by TMZ, immortalized the tableau. Travis was ensconced at the bar's alcove while Taylor, resplendent in her finery, nestled beside him, her arm lovingly draped around him. Their tete-a-tete unfolded before the watchful eyes of a nearby interlocutor, mere days after they had unveiled their liaison to the public. Allegations of Travis's prior paramour sounded cautionary notes, with the Grammy laureate's fidelity hanging in the balance. Subsequent to their athletic triumph, an exclusive discourse with DailyMail.com unveiled an evening of passionate ardor for the couple, who reportedly embarked on their romantic odyssey in July. Generosity unfurled its wings as the duo assumed responsibility for the dining tab, effectively dissolving the eatery's patrons and fostering an atmosphere of seclusion. Travis orchestrated an extravagant repast for his kith and kin, an eyewitness informed Entertainment Tonight. The informant further divulged that Taylor, bedecked in a denim ensemble, indulged in gustatory delights, imbibed elixirs, and twirled to rhythmic cadences alongside Travis. Insiders bore witness to unabashed displays of affection, yet the ambience remained imbued with levity and mirth. Despite the overt proclamation of their burgeoning love affair and the shared weekend, an inside source opined that Taylor and her newfound paramour were not rashly cascading into solemn commitment. Instead, their focus appeared riveted upon their respective careers, reserving romance's solemnity for a later juncture. Nonetheless, this does not portend an interdiction against savoring life's offerings when the opportune moment beckons. Evidently, Taylor's presence at one of Travis's forthcoming matches is on the horizon, as per reliable reports. Taylor actively partook in the merriment, gracing the private suite of Travis's private stadium box, accompanied by his maternal figure, Donna Kelce. Bedecked in resplendent hues of crimson, she animatedly rallied in support as Travis etched his name in the annals of sporting history with a resounding touchdown. Reports allude to her forthcoming attendance at another of his athletic endeavors in New York City, where the Jets shall provide the opposition. During the latest installment of his podcast, aptly christened New Heights, Travis Kelce addressed the swirling eddies of dating speculations while engaged in a candid colloquy with his sibling and co-host, Jason Kelce, an illustrious Philadelphia Eagles luminary. A laudatory shout-out was bestowed upon Taylor, punctuated with adulations for her resplendent visage. The refrain resounded throughout, with Travis's romantic connection with Taylor, stemming from the mists of time when he graced her Reputation tour concert and, in an earlier chapter of his podcast, endeavored to proffer his digits to her. His recounting unfurled as such. My heart bore disappointment as she eschewed verbal exchanges before or after her performances, a necessary preservation for her vocal prowess, spanning 44 melodious compositions, he lamented. Regrettably, I was deprived of the opportunity to present her with a bracelet I had meticulously crafted. Meanwhile, Maya Bunbury, erstwhile flame of Travis Kelce, vehemently retaliated against the NFL luminary's repudiation of her claims of infidelity, even as she cautioned Taylor Swift against entanglement with him. In the court of public opinion, Travis's prior paramour, the 31-year-old reality star, stood accused of hypocrisy, as vociferously articulated in her retort to his denial of alleged infidelity during their fleeting liaison. In an impassioned expose to DailyMail.com, she sounded a clarion call to Taylor Swift, imploring her to be mindful of Travis's history. In swift rejoinder, sources within Travis's inner circle refuted allegations of his infidelity, branding Maya's utterances as a lamentable ploy to bask in the fleeting spotlight. Maya, in her indignant diatribe on Twitter, vociferously countered the accusations of hypocrisy, asserting her prerogative to share her experiences. My commentary is an honest reflection of my bygone dalliance, a verity unswayed by temporal vagary, she expounded. The joust continued with Maya, via Instagram, elucidating her rationale for divulging her relationship. When my romance is probed, I am empowered to articulate my verity, for my life's narrative is mine to weave, both in retrospect and the present moment. She remains steadfast, resolute in her commitment to candor when broached on the topic of infidelity. In her words, I shall not be swayed by artifice when confronting the specter of infidelity. While my retorts may not curry universal favor, veracity shall forever be my lodestar. Regarding Travis Kelce's disavowal, Maya sought to foment clarity. Is it a matter of 8 months, 3 months, 1 month, or none? Such discrepancy perturbs the very fabric of a coherent narrative. Yet, who am I to fathom the intricacies of public relations? Alas, my musings shall continue unabated. Their liaison was birthed when Travis bestowed the laurel of victory upon Maya in the reality series Catching Kelce, which witnessed an array of 50 contenders vying for the affections of an NFL luminary. Alas, their romantic dalliance was transient, and discord brewed when Travis embarked upon a new chapter in romance with sports broadcaster Nicole, spurring Maya's accusations of infidelity, albeit deleted in hindsight. Reflecting upon Taylor Swift's newfound entanglement with Travis, Maya Berry opined, Taylor, a paragon of grace with an ethereal spirit, merits naught but the zenith of fortune. Yet, I proffer a caveat. Exercise sagacity in discerning the authenticity of one's intentions, for the corridors of fame may harbor those who seek but fleeting gains. May Taylor emerge as the tutor rather than the pupil in this unfolding saga. With an additional mantle as a life coach, Banbury ventured to share her perspective, grounded in her knowledge of Travis during their courtship, enunciating, time alone shall proffer illumination. The adage prevails. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Taylor's dalliance with Travis was but a fleeting interlude that ensued post her victorious sojourn in Catching Kelce, lasting a mere few lunar cycles before parting ways. Maya Berry seemingly admonished Travis for an alleged overlap between their connection and his ensuing liaison with sports commentator Nicole, a grievance aired through now deleted tweets. Controversy erupted when the revelation of Travis's romantic involvement with Nicole, oscillating between 2017 and 2022, surfaced. The allegations of infidelity in 2020 during a brief hiatus in his relationship with Nicole were vehemently refuted by Travis. He averred, this is a manifestation of falsehoods, devoid of veracity, and is unrelated to the cessation of my association with Kelce. Kindly channel your animosity elsewhere. It appears that Travis Kelce has, in due course, embarked upon a new chapter in his romantic saga, with Taylor Swift's captivating presence at his recent sporting spectacle, underscoring his sentiments. On his New Heights podcast, he extolled her appearance, acknowledging the resplendent aura she radiated. Kudos to Taylor for gracing us with her presence, he effused. Her luminosity illuminated the occasion. I am relishing life, and the weekend proved nothing short of exhilarating. Looking ahead, he alluded to future conversations centering on sports, hinting that this would likely be the recurring theme. The discourse shall, henceforth, revolve around sporting endeavors in the panorama before us, he articulated. The genesis of their romantic entanglement traces back to Travis's disclosure on New Heights, the podcast he co-hosts with his brother and fellow NFL luminary, Jason Kelce, age 35, who plies his trade with the Philadelphia Eagles. Travis confessed to his aspiration to capture Taylor's attention, encapsulated within a friendship bracelet that harbored his contact details, though this overture remained unrealized. Alas, Taylor had vacated the stadium premises ere the opportunity materialized, with news of this endeavor subsequently surfacing and kindling a maelstrom of speculation. Jason Kelce, during an appearance on Odyssey's 94 Whip Midday show, contributed further fuel to the burgeoning fire, stating, I am one to refrain from intruding upon Travis's personal life, yet my sense is that matters proceed auspiciously. May their connection burgeon into something extraordinary. In the aftermath, Travis confronted the swirl of romantic conjecture during an interview on the Pat McAfee show, acknowledging life's capricious nature. I cast my gambit into the ether, he quipped. Indeed, I initiated this overture. Fate, it appears, favored my endeavor. Taylor Swift, it seems, responded with alacrity, as evidenced by her attendance at the Kansas City Chiefs skirmish with the Chicago Bears. There, amidst the cacophony of stadium fervor, she exuberantly cheered her speculated père, all while sharing the bleachers with his mother, Dana, ensconced within a VIP enclave. Resplendent in her attire, a melding of crimson and ivory, Taylor staunchly championed the recent Super Bowl victors, exuding an aura of unbridled enthusiasm. The tandem later embarked upon a sojourn, departing the stadium in Travis's vintage convertible, destined for a private soiree at Prime Social rooftop in Kansas City. Following her whirlwind weekend, Taylor Swift alighted on the East Coast, her chariot a private jet bound for New Jersey. Their nascent romance, if it indeed endures, shall bear the yoke of geographical separation. Taylor's professional obligations beckon her to the South American leg of her Irish tour, a voyage that extends until November 26. Thenceforth, she shall embark upon the Orient, Australasia, and Europe, embarking in February 2024, with commitments extending through August. Conversely, Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs remain entangled in a schedule teeming with weekly skirmishes, extending at least until January 7th. Should success attend their efforts, they may once again contend for Super Bowl supremacy in February. Swift, for her part, currently luxuriates in an interlude from her Irish tour, the culmination of an itinerant sojourn across America and the United Kingdom. A South American leg looms on the horizon in November, notably commencing on November 9th in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Fortuitously, this temporal juncture coincides with the Kansas City Chiefs bye week in the NFL calendar, theoretically allowing Travis Kelce the latitude to traverse the Atlantic and rendezvous with his newfound paramount on South American soil. The prospect, though speculative, tantalizes with the promise of an acid romance transcending continents. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments and put your likes under the video.